I wanted to wear it again. Good morning. It is day 5 on the random, and I said random acts of kindness week. Thank you for being here. It has been an incredible week, a real incredible week. And there the cat goes. The cat gets up. As soon as the cat hears me speak, because the cat doesn't need this personal development. The cat doesn't need to go to work on itself. The cat is just living and doing what the cat wants to do. The cat is pretty much taken care of. What about you? You need personal development. You need coaching. You need people around you to help to bring out the best in you. I believe in you like you wouldn't believe. I don't know necessarily who you are or where you are right now, but I promise you, I believe in you. I know what you're capable of. Why? Because I've seen it. I've seen what people can do. I've seen in my life, in my 47 years of being on this earth, I have seen amazing things. I have seen people do just phenomenal things. I've seen people, one woman who hadn't been out of her house for 25 years, seriously agoraphobic, work with her within a few hours. She's in Sainsbury's. She'd never even been into a Sainsbury's. I've worked with people who've been written off. I've worked with people who have had no money and helped them become multi-millionaires. I've helped sports people win gold medals. I know what people are capable of. There's no difference between you and these people in terms of, you know, the raw material that you've all been given, your mind and your brain. And you get to make a difference in this world. You get to be the difference that makes the difference. It's just a question of whether you're up for it. So am I wearing this t-shirt again because I've just been to the gym? Or am I wearing this because I'm so proud to wear it because we're almost at 100 episodes? 100 episodes of the My 365 podcast? Or is it both? Because I've been to the gym and I'm wearing it because I'm so proud to wear it. You decide. Happy, beautiful day, My 365. Remember what our logo is. My 365 is all about one thing and one thing, and it's about you creating your life, speaking out and going to work on yourself. And I guarantee you, there's Casey. Massive thanks. It's Casey and I that have brought these podcasts to you. Almost 100 episodes. So let me ask you this question. And I have to, who's ready for a summary of the week? But before we go into the summary of the week, let me say a few more things. Who's ready to hear? Can everyone see me okay? Because someone's saying I've frozen. I don't really think I haven't really frozen. Maybe it's just your computer. Who knows? Have you got a pen and paper to hand? And are you ready to make some notes? Because again, sometimes when someone coaches you, it can be quite hard hitting. It can be quite, whoa, I don't really need to hear that. But some of you can take it. And I've got a coach now. He's pretty tough on me. He's just honest with me. But I had a coach. You think I give you a lot, showing up every day? My coach gave me more than I'm giving you. But this is my coach who passed away. My coach who was with me for 16 years of my life. How much he helped me. I'm paying lip service to what he did, but I'm doing my best. Why am I here? To serve you. Why am I here? Because I'm serving you. Why? Because I choose to. I believe in you. I believe in you. And yesterday, a guy I know, a guy called Paul Mort, who's does similar work to me. He's had his trials and tribulations, and I randomly found a video of his talking yesterday, and he was talking about manning up, right? Manning up. And what he was talking about was that someone made a comment to him at 2 o'clock in the morning about how he should man up and stop talking about people taking control of their life and loving themselves. And he talks about this guy as if this guy, he was still drinking. He was a bully in the school. He hasn't manned up because he's still living the life that he was living, years ago. Manning up is when you man up and take responsibility for your own life. And I was listening to it and it resonated with me. Man up or woman up. What does that mean? To woman up. It's to stand up because there's more women watching here than men, right? We all know that. There are more women, but there are just more people. What does being a person up mean? It means going pro. So write that down. going pro, as opposed to being an amateur. So this is the week. This is the week. This is my summary of the week here on the acts, the random acts of kindness. What is being kind? Many of you know it's being friendly, it's being generous, it's being considerate. Where does charity begin? We've all heard this, right? Charity begins at home. But then we think it revolves around the people closest to us. But really, yes, I suppose it does. We want to take care of our nearest and dearest. But to really be kind to yourself, we all know it's to be a shining example to everyone as best as we can, as often as we can. Would you not agree that that is the kindest thing you could ever do to the world and humanity, is to be a model example, to inspire other people? So they look at you, and it's not about the car that you drive or the house that you live in. That can be a symbol of your success, but your real success is who you are inside, the ultimate kindness, the ultimate gift. And some of you are doing this in an amateur way. Look, the reason I'm unshaven right now, I can give you a reason, is I am so fired up. We are working on a few things behind the scenes here for you. We are working on a few things to make your development smoother, faster, quicker, but we can't do it unless you show up. What are the 3 questions? What have you learned? What have you achieved? And what are you going to do with it? If you don't do this, and you don't do it soon, and you don't get it out there, maybe some of you need a bit of time just to work it out. And I'm not looking for people to regurgitate just what I've said. I want to know what you have learned. Really learn. What have you achieved, and what are you going to do? Because the ultimate kindness is to recognize this. I know I'm preaching this morning, but it's important. You make a difference. Your DNA, right? Your DNA, right? I've still got this up on the board, right? Let's make it. We all know one of the biggest acts of kindness, number 1, is gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful for this opportunity. Be proud of yourself for showing up here, making notes, going to work on yourself. Look how many people are here compared to how many people are here on Monday or Tuesday. Why? Because other people just let other stuff get in the way. Their motivation dwindled, because motivation never lasts. People have to be inspired about what they're doing. And if you're not inspired, it's because your goals aren't big enough. You're too driven away from something. I don't want this. I don't want that. You are not compelled enough to do what you need to do. You're not, because if you were compelled enough, you'd be here right now. Or if you're watching this on the replay because of where you are in the world or other factors, you'd be taking notes and going, this is an amazing opportunity. I've heard it before, but maybe you're hearing it differently. Look, this is every cell of your body. This is your DNA, right? How many of you believe that deep within every DNA of your body is a desire to grow, a desire to be, a desire to contribute, a desire to make a difference, a desire to be happy, to be significant? How many of you you've been stopping that, you've been pushing that for so long because you've been following someone else's path? You haven't been doing what's truly been making you happy. That's okay. That's okay. That's what a lot of people do. That's what 98% of people do around the world, but not you. But maybe some of you are still bordering on being in the 2% club. So what we got to do is we got to realize we've got to follow our bliss. And what is our bliss? It's to make ourselves proud. What does proud mean? That you can look at yourself and say, you did good there. That's like me. That's like me. As we start as a group, as a community of people, it's to start to dream. Look, this is your biggest gift, that you can dream. You can create. Look, this is you. This is you. And you're here today. And if your dreams don't excite you and you're not inspired to move towards them, this is what you do. You move a little bit every day, to be kind to yourself. To be kind to yourself, let me look at my notes here, is to choose your own path in life. Yes, to choose your own path. Let's look at this. Okay, I'm going to give you a summary, a proper summary now. Who's ready for this? You ready? I've said enough. Are you ready to go pro? Are you ready to go pro? Yes or no? If you're ready to go pro, then just do exactly as I ask you to do. Exactly. If you don't do it, it's fine, but you're kind of wasting your time. You should do something else. Like just watch the news or read a newspaper or watch something on catch up, watch Games of Thrones over and over and over again. Or rather than say, no, I want to go pro. I want to go pro. And to go pro, if you choose to go pro, then you're going to face some challenges along the way, because that is what the hero's journey is about. You are a hero. That's how I look at you. So you ready? Let's do this summary, especially for you. So we know what kindness is. The quality of your kindness is how friendly and generous and considerate you are being to yourself. Where does charity begin? Charity begins at home. We've turned this on its head this week because most people, when they think about kindness, it's about being kind to everyone else. Oh, you're great. I love you. Well done. Well done, you. Congratulations. Oh, aren't you nice? Which is lovely, giving money to charity. But real, when we turn it on our head, is how generous, how considerate, and how friendly are you being to yourself? Who's ready for a big bomb? Who's ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm listening. You need to be hard on yourself, right? I mean, really hard on yourself. Sorry, what did you say, Pete? That doesn't sound like you. Hard on yourself to push yourself. I don't mean being hard on you, as in giving yourself a hard time. You've done that enough. Be hard on yourself. Push yourself a little bit. Nothing grows in your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Yes? Get hard on yourself to do what you need to do, to be an example. If you make a video with My365 and you're just talking about your day, and that's lovely, great, share it, especially if you're learning something. But it's time to show up and go pro. What have you learned? What have you achieved? What are you going to do with it? It's time to be kind is to follow your bliss. What lights you up? I'm asking you, write this down. When do you feel most alive? When do you feel most accomplished? When do you feel most at what? Some of you feel that right now because you're doing something to develop you, and there's a part of you that's almost being fed on that. It's easier to go and get fed on a bowl of Cocoa Pops and get a hit from it. But afterwards, you won't get a hit from it. Well, you will get a hit. You'll get damage from it rather than getting the hit of going to work on yourself. The hit you get when you do exercise, when you don't feel like it, or even if you do feel like it and you do it and you feel better afterwards. To be kind is to be grateful. I'm grateful. 5 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Facebook. I'm grateful for Instagram. I'm grateful for every single one of you who are here now. I'm grateful for Dr. Chris Pickard, who I'm going to see today. I'm grateful for my wife upstairs. I am grateful. I can let gratitude flow through my body. That's the ultimate kindness. So to be hard on yourself, it's to stretch, it's to push, it's to learn, it's to grow. Write that down. To be hard on yourself is to stretch, to push, to learn, to grow, to develop. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and go, I'm better than I was yesterday. Or if this wasn't a great day, I'm going to be better tomorrow. When we go pro, it's dedication. It's an amateur does things that they maybe love. I love it, but they're not 100% committed to it. I'm so committed to this, to you. What else have I written down? Believe that you need a challenge. To be kind, you say, I need a challenge. I need a challenge. Give me a challenge. Give me a no. It's so fascinating to me to see how much you can bring forth. What did Jesus say? Apparently, I'd love to have been there when he said it. If you bring, I don't know whether he would have said it in English, but anyway, if you bring forth what is inside you, what is inside you will save you in your DNA. If you bring forth what is inside you, your greatness, your kindness, your generosity, if you don't bring it out, you will be destroyed by not living a life that you can look back and go, what a life I led. It's time to man or woman up, to be kind. What does a great version of you look like? To be kind is to appreciate, to recognize what you're doing, that you're here now, to be fully aware, to increase your service to yourself, your service to others. And don't believe anything negative about yourself. You can go on and on and on about this and that. You believe the hype that you have created. You have to rise above that belief. You're better than this. What are you? Excuse me? I'm better than this. Sorry? Sorry, what did you say? You're better than this? Of course you're better than this. Otherwise, why would you be watching this? Let's seek the experience of being alive. Most of us seek that experience. But the real way to seek it, I believe, in many cases, is just to get a little bit uncomfortable. So you start to realize, look what I can do. Look what I can achieve. Look what your forefathers did to get you to this point that you're at now. It might not have been your parents. Maybe your parents abused you. But what about their parents? What about their parents? Someone along the line created this life for you. It's time for us to be kind to ourselves and choose a path that other people haven't walked. It's your path. That's what I'm here to tell you. It's time to be an example and to show the world that you're in it for the long game. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you in? Are you in? Let's fully commit. Let's go pro to My 365. Let's go pro to being kind on ourselves. And next week, we're going to deal with the subject that many of you will go, ooh, we're going to look at fear. Fear, fear, fear. Because that is one of the things that gets in your way, even though it's an illusion and it doesn't really exist. Some of you are already a pro, but you can go more pro. There's always another level. Always. One of the best experiences of my life, I presented with Sally Gunnell, one of the most successful female British athletes in history. We presented to IBM, to a few thousand people, and we worked hard on this presentation. And afterwards, I phoned up my coach, because my coach had been helping us. This was many years ago. And I said, oh, it was great. It was brilliant. And the crowd loved it, blah, 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 blah. And he just cut a knife right through it, because he goes, what are you going to do with it? What's next? You've created something. You've created a buzz. You've learned something. What are you going to do with it? You know, I believe in you like you would not believe. If you haven't shared this, please share it. Let's get this information out there into the world. Go to the My365 website, my365.me, and go and listen to some of our podcasts. We put these podcasts together for you and our members of the month and all of you. I appreciate you. I know this stuff isn't always easy, but it's a damn sight easier when you've got amazing people here like Elaine Jews, like Sandra Holland, like Joe Tyler, like Carmen, like so many of you. But we can go further. We can do more. We can be more. Like Mandy, people who've had massive life challenges thrown at her recently. But she can deal with it. She's better than this. You're better than this. We're all better than this. Right, Joanne Gibbons? You're better than this. I'm better than this. We're all better than this. Do we want to play it small? No. Today, write the day down. The 4th of August, 2017. It's when you have decided to go pro. When I finish this, I will turn this off, and within 5 minutes, the cat will be back in here. This is where the cat likes to be. Yes? This is where the cat likes to be. The cat doesn't like it when I'm talking, because the cat doesn't need this, but you do. Everybody needs a coach. Why? Because there is somewhere in your life that you want to go. And to get to that place from A to B, and then from B to C, you need help. What do you need? You need a coach. You need a group of like-minded people, and this is the most like-minded people I've ever met in my entire life. Let's show up and be counted. Do what I ask you to do, especially if you want to go pro. I don't know how many of you will be here next year, but I will be. We're making some changes over the next few months that you guys will see, and you'll see exactly what we've got in store for all of you. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you very much. We love you all. It's time for a quick summary on the Instagram stories. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate it. Stay connected, my friend. All the best. Much love. Let's keep this up there. So that's shared. Let's go for such a quick, I think it's like 20 seconds. You ready? Oh no, I'm filming myself. Way! It's the summary. What can I say? Go and check out the live broadcast today and see what we're up to, changing lives. It's time for you to be kind to yourself. How do you, how do you do that? Man up, woman up, and commit to going pro. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the summary. What can I say?
say, go and check out the live broadcast today.
Can't wait to see all your videos, see what I can learn from you, see what we can learn from each other. What are you up to? What are you going to do with what I've shared with you? All the best. Much love.